Bubba Wallace says to crew chief Foodie Barker, "Leave me the alone, dude. Don't talk to me the whole race after having the backup on pit road to tighten a loose wheel." Freddie.
Listen, this wasn't directed at Booty. I mean, it was said to Booty, but this was just frustration boiling over. This year has been whatever can
There's
go wrong.
only two people that talk to Bubba, and it's
will
you
go
and
wrong.
Booty. So who's it directed to?
This is directed to the entire team. This
No
is
one
directed
talks
to the
to
pit
him.
crew. This is shut the up. I don't want to talk anymore. It's just a direct statement, blanket statement to everybody.
To you and Booty, because there's only two people that talk to him.
Whoever the it is, I don't know, but listen. I don't blame him. Listen, this is shut up.
When's the last time you heard a front tire changer key up and be like, "What's up, Bubba? Car high." I'm just kidding.
I almost got choked.
I mean, I don't know what anybody expected him to say at this point in the night.
He's just mad.
He's just irate, not mad. Not mad's not even the word anymore. It's ridiculous at this point. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't even know what to say to him. In the 12, 13 years that I've been working with him, I could usually kind of get something to kind of get him back off the ledge and back. And I'm speechless at this point. I don't know what to say.
Being on the team, have you heard of any conversations, any potential changes or things that they're trying to do?
No, I'm sure they're working behind the scenes to get the best available guys in the best positions for us. But it is what it is. It's probably, I'd have to go back and count, but we're probably on our 7th or 8th tire falling off or loose wheel of the season.
Where do your pit crews come from?
JGR.
Who do you think is going to get better pit crews, JGR or 2311?
Obviously JGR. We're essentially if I had to guess, we're the 6th Toyota team. So we probably have the 6th pit crew.
Which is still talented guys.
It's not bad. There's nothing wrong. It's just, it's
execution.
Inexperienced guys. It's experience. It's not talent. It's experience. And the guys I would assume on our team are less experienced than some of the guys on the 4 JGR cars. And it shows. It shows, and it's unfortunate. And we talked about, this is not new. Loose wheels are not new, but the penalty for a loose wheel is much more substantial than it has been in the past. So, if you had a loose wheel in the past, we would leave pit road, we'd run 10 laps, come down pit road and have, all right, you got to come in, tighten the wheel up, whatever. But, it's just, it's
now they fall off.
So
now they fall off.
If this is your 7th or 8th loose wheel, that's almost an entire season off for the crew chief.
Yeah, I mean, luckily only one of them has fallen off. But,
yeah.
But but we've had to pit or come back to pit road or been under green, and I don't even know how Bubba can tell because it doesn't seem like most of the guys they lose the wheel.
He's probably got a feel for it.
He's probably unfortunately he's got a lot of experience and he's got a feel for it. But I seen a lot of people. He had 2 comments yesterday on the radio, and listen, we talked about this. You weren't here last week. I think it was Harvick. That was
John Hunter.
With missing John Hunter. Guys handle things differently. Some guys will, try to rally the troops. Some guys will just, Harvick wanted to fire, what do you call them, a bunch of wankers or something a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So, listen, guys do things differently. Do I agree with, MF and the guys and telling everybody to shut the hell up? No. But that's kind of the way Bubba's been his whole career. He expects, if I hold him to a certain standard, he's going to hold me to a certain standard. And, listen, you come off an off week, you come to practice, you're hauling ass.
It's hot.
But I mean, leading up to the week, I could tell leading up to Sonoma, he was just ready. He needed an off week to kind of reset and get his mind back where it needed to be. And we got through Sonoma, blew up, that was it, whatever, it is what it is. Come back the first race.
Vacationed early.
First race, and you come out the gates, you're hauling ass, fastest car in practice. He's upbeat, best mindset I've seen from all year going into the race. He screws up in qualifying, he gets loose, almost wrecks, qualifies 30th.
Both ends. I watched it.
Drives right to 7th place in the first stage, finishes 7th, so we know the car is just as good as it was on Friday. And we come down pit road, and now we're back in the pack again. Then later in the race, we get caught by a caution. We drive back to 9th after the wheel's about to fall off, get a pit under green, and the caution falls right after we pit, and we get trapped the lap down, back to 23rd. So listen, I mean, you can say what you want about the kid and how he acts and what he talks to the guys, but at this point, I don't really blame him anymore.
If your pit crew can't execute in this day and age, you're screwed.
You have no shot. There's no shot.
And I'm on a team. I mean, I'll talk about my team. We've had 2 wheels fall off. The crew chief's been gone for 8 weeks. His first week back was yesterday, and we had another loose wheel, and it was going to potentially fall off. And we stopped on pit road, and that was a disaster. You can't just scream stop when you can't see your car and know what's going on around you. But we stop on pit road, and then it's like, well, what are you going to do now? Like, you still got to come back to it's going to fall off before you get back to the pit box. But if you do not have a pit crew that can execute 8 to 12 good stops a race, you're not going to win. And I don't know why any of us would ever pit short on a green flag cycle when we're not running in the top 3 or 4 and could maintain the lead lap after a pit cycle, because it seems like every green flag pit cycle, a wheel is going to go rolling around the racetrack.
It just hurts even worse when you have such a good car and you have a fast car. Then these things always seem to happen. Like Sonoma, we got bit by a caution from, guess what? A wheel falling off. Sonoma is one of the places where you don't want to pit early, or you don't want to pit late because you got to be ahead of the cycle.
Absolutely.
So we were on the other side of it there, but yeah, I don't know.
I think people forget these guys are in there by themselves. They got their helmet on. They're hot. They're working their tail off. I have stood in the pit box on the PR side of the sport 20 plus years ago, and when the driver loses his mind like this, the morale of that pit box, it's like you stick a freaking pin in a blimp, and the blimp just goes flying out of the air and it crashes to the ground. Like, it just completely destroys the synergy of the team. So it's tough. You got to be mature in those situations, and there are guys like Jimmy Johnson that always are, and there are guys like Kyle Busch that really never are.
So what I think, like when you said in the pit box area, what it's like, you got a lot of fans at home that now have access through their phones, and they're tuned in. If it gets to be a late race and they feel like you got to be the leader, like you said, you got to keep that person sitting there, keep your people engaged. Because honestly, I know, I thought Bubba drove a great race. I thought he passed a lot of cars. I thought he made a lot of good moves and put himself in a good spot many times. So
it's so much different in our sport, because if you're the quarterback, you say it in the huddle, nobody gets offended. And if you're the coach of the baseball and you go out to the mound, you bring the infield in and talk to everybody, nobody gets offended and butthurt. But in our sport, I'm telling you, that whole pit box gets butthurt.
Yeah, and the thing to remember is, this is not a solitary incident. You know what I mean? This ain't the first time it's happened. And I think that plays, if this is just we're having a decent year and they randomly leave a wheel loose, you don't get this reaction.
No.
But, I mean, we are probably in a position to have 7 to 8 top 10s this year, and mistakes on pit road or bad calls by us at Charlotte by getting them put out of the race. Stuff like that just piles up to where you finally just reach your breaking point. Like I said, I've been with Bubba forever, 13 years now, whatever it is. Never in my life have I heard him talk to anybody on the radio the way he talked last night. And it's just, that's it. Like, I'm back. I'm back. I'm in this right frame of mind. We're going to attack the second half of the year. My car's hauling ass, and the wind just gets taken out of your sails all over again twice. And it's just like, holy shit, what do I have to do? To get a break in this deal, and it's coming. We have enough speed that we're gonna be fine. It's just you gotta stick it out. But it's just frustrating to see all the people try to jump on him when it's like, I being part of it, I know that this is uncommon for Bubba. This is not normal Bubba. It's just him finally reaching a breaking point of, I've had enough of this.
You left pit road at practice on Friday, and you passed 4 cars in the first 5 laps. And I'm not talking about going 3 wide. I'm talking about these cars are 10, 12 car lengths apart, gap like we normally are.
And good cars.
Yes. One of them was Denny Hamlin,
yeah,
who, oh, by the way, sat on the pole and had a chance to win the race yesterday. Like, your cars have been the fastest for Bubba Wallace that he's ever driven in his career, so the frustration's got to be high. But, man, you gotta pick it up today and be a leader and put the team back together, because you guys could still win a race before this playoff.
Oh, easily. I mean, we have the speed. It's just putting it together. But like you said, it's putting it together. It's a lot of putting it together. It's 10, 12 pit stops, whatever it's going to be. And it's just not right now. But hopefully we get it straightened out.
I know you want to sell your home. Do it with our friends at OfferPad. Go get a cash offer right now at OfferPad.com.